Okay, now I'm going to lay out this vent system. We have our plumbing and our water, our drainage and our water, hot water and cold water, and we have our drainage. And now we need a vent for each of these plumbing fixtures. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 6 plumbing fixtures that needs to be vented. And there are many ways to do this. I'm going to right click and create a similar pipe, but I'm going to need to go up in the roof. So I'm going to make this pipe, I'm going to make it a little higher, maybe 7, 8 feet. Middle, let's go 7 feet. And I'm going to change the pipe type to a vent pipe. So I'm going to go to my system. If I can move this over. That's a little bit too much, but it's okay. And I'm going to change this to a vent system type. And the pipe type is still my PVC. Okay. So we have this, and it should be, because I'm coming off of my water closet, it's a minimum of 2 inches on that vent. And the rest of these, this is a clinical sink and a floor drain. Each of those are going to be 1.5 inches, but my 2 water closets are going to be 2-inch vent. So I'm going to bring this over, and I'm in the ceiling space. So let's just take a look at that ceiling space. I think that I might be looking at some, there's probably going to be some structure. Let's look at, do I have my HVAC? Let's look at HVAC and see if we have any links. Yeah, let's go here. Let's turn this off and go back and look at this. L2, I don't need that. L3 for now. Okay, so let's look at this section view. Right click and go to the view. Okay, so it looks like we're gonna, so I am coming out of the page. Yes. Okay, so I'm coming out of the page. Let's go back. Okay, so it's going to be parallel to this beam. Let's make that, I can select that link. And let's just tab. So that's W shape. That's an 18 by 55. Okay, 18 flange, or inside the web. And I think, let's look at another view of that. I'm going to turn it 90 degrees, but it looks like it's okay. I think let's turn on the HVAC and see what's going on. HVAC, let's make sure that all of the categories are on, especially the mechanical part. Let's look at that. I got all of my duct, mechanical, control, pipes. That would be plumbing. So I'm going to say okay to this and okay to that. And I don't see there's something here. That's about it. So it looks like I'm in the clear. I'm going to go back and rotate this. I don't know if I need to do that, but just for the heck of it, just for reference, let's look at this vent system. We can take a closer look at this particular view range. And let's go back and look at my section again. As you can see, I think I'm going to make this realistic, and Fine, let's go okay. That's a 2-inch. So looks like there's no ceiling space. What I can do, let's go back. That's going to be here. Let's look at the architecture. Got to coordinate all of this information. So it looks like there's a ceiling here. And I want to be above that. Let's go back. And so I should be able to see an outline of the ceiling here. And I'm going to turn on everything in the plumbing and in the architecture drawing. Go to categories, and I'm going to select all. Let's do this. Say none. Say okay. Okay, so that's our ceiling. Let's do this. That would be ceiling. So I'm going to undo. Let's undo. Let's go back and undo. Okay, and section, yes. So I'm going to go back to my floor plan and turn on the ceiling in the architect's linked drawing. Let's go ceiling here. No, I'm going to go ceiling in my section view. Let's go ceiling, section view. Bring up the architects, turn off the HVAC. I could turn off the structure. No, let's leave it on. And turn on the ceiling in the architects category. That would be here. Let's turn that on. Okay, so I can go up a little bit higher. Let's just put it about right there. Was it an 8.7? Okay, so we'll leave it at that. And if it doesn't show up, let's see what happens in the plan. If it doesn't show up, that means that there's a view range in the vertical. I like to call this one view range in the horizontal. So this is another view range that needs to be at least 8'8". I'm going to go here, 43. Let's go 8'8". I'm going to go 8 space 8. Okay, and make that so that our vent system can be shown. Let's do this because there's going to be a lot of copying. I'm going to create a vent that's at 45 degrees. That's a 2-inch. And I'm going to change this middle elevation to, let's say, 5, so that it's a drop. And over here, I'm going to create the riser. Okay, so that it looks like a drop. A lot of times, this is not going to move. I should have done it over here because there seems to be some constraints when I try to move these. See, I'm trying to move it in the 45-degree direction, but it's not letting me. So what I'm going to do is start over, come closer, and maybe here. Go over on 40, 35 here, and go down 5, and do the same thing, create riser. Okay, so that's what that is. Here, I'm going to erase this construction and do the same for my floor drains, so clinical sink, and rest of these are going to be copied. So I have my vent for my water closet, then I need a vent for my floor drain. Come here. Let's see what I can do. I think I'm going to copy. Let's copy and copy here, come down, maybe to about right there, and change this to 1.5 inch. Do this, turn off the architect's linked, and let's just come around, select all of this. Uh, uh, let's see. Previously, I was able to be able to change the size, and the fitting would also change, but that's not happening anymore with 27. Let's do control, and the size is going to be 1.5. So I'm going to have to go back and change the fitting to 1.5. I don't know, radius is it 0.75? 0.75. You see, I can't grab this and change the pipe size. Let's see, overall size varies. I should be able to change that, but I can't. So that's that. Let's go back to the floor plan. I'm going to copy all of the 1.5 inches. Tab and copy. Let's go here. I'm going to come out because there's a clear path, because I don't like the lines. When you're copying, it could pick up some of this, and it could um, misplace where you want your pipes to go. Okay, so I'm going to come here and copy multiple. I can copy multiple, and then I'm going to stop it about right there, and then come down some more. Make sure I'm going horizontal or vertical, and that's going to be another copy. And my floor drain, let's another copy at 1.5 inches. And I think what I'm going to do is everything. Another thing that you can do is, if you know you're on your particular discipline, if you're on plumbing or HVAC, just turn off your architect's model, because you don't need any of it. At this point, I don't need it. I'll come back to it, but it's going to get in my way if I'm trying to do something. So now I'm just connecting things. I don't like to connect too soon, because things change, and then I'm going to have to come back and fit it back in. It becomes a hassle. Let's come back. This is 2-inch. And let's draw our pipe all the way down, all the way down to here. And so I need, okay, so I need another riser off the back of let's turn the architects back on. We're going to need a riser here, I think, because let's make sure we have a wall that I can go in, that I can use to go up to the next level, to the second level. Let's go here. I'm going to double click here, and let's go on. Okay, so 2-inch down. So I think I'm here. Let's do this. 2-inch down. I can move this out of the way. And what I can do, can copy paste. Copy, go down to the first floor and paste this current. Okay, so it's here. It's going to be a 2-inch. So let's do this. Straw pipe, and I'm going to go. This is a construction, and let's go. Can I go? Let's go 20. I'm going to go 20 here and go up to my riser. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but let's see. Let's go here and rotate here, -90. Let's go there. Let's see what happened. You know, there's probably going to be a riser. I just can't see it in that view. So there's my riser. So it looks like I can continue. I can go up, but I need to come back into my wall space. So here, I'm going to delete that fitting and come down to the water closet, make this a T. Okay, let's go here. And I'm going to grab this one and this one using control. So we both can be on the same page. So it's going to be about right there. Okay. So we have our vent system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All of this is connected, by the way. And so once we have that system, let's look at our section view to make sure that we can go, let's go back. So we can go all the way up to the next level 2, just here. I think the vent system is gonna, my depth is too much. So, but that might be a problem because I'm gonna need the depth for my drainage here. And the reason I'm saying that is because if you look at that section, this section, looking at this section, you can see that it's above 2 inches, the second level. That's too high. That's too high. Let's go back. I'm going to rotate 90 degrees. Let's do this. Let's look at this from this angle. Section. Okay, so there's the ceiling, but the level 2. Okay. So what we're going to have to do, let's come down. I think, can I go to my 3D view? And so I want to bring all of this down as a unit. So can I go here, go back to my section, and bring it, I need to bring it down under this level 2. So let's come down, 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 down. Okay, let's go to, let's see what's going on here. That looks a little better. Okay, let's go back to 3. Okay, and this is level 2. That's going, what? Oh, okay, I just need to change this. That should be 2-inch vent, capital UP. Okay, so we have that. That's going up. and we go to level. We have our vent. What I can do, I can label some of this. Annotate, tag by category, leader line, attached in, but I don't want it attached. I want to use a friend here. So it's going to be 2-inch vent P. Let's go here, here. I think that P is a, let's see what we got. High properties, is that one words? Just checking, why is that P vent? P vent, let's go here. Let's look at our piping systems. P vent. So let's do type properties and abbreviations. So what I'm looking at is that, and I need to edit to find out why it's saying vent P system type. Okay, okay. I can change it. No, I think I'm going to rename this to just V. Rename. Let's just call it V. Okay, so we got that. So we'll just call it V. Make it simple. Sanitary. Okay, that's fine. Well, sanitary. Um, yeah, I think that that's going to be okay. And then I could say that. Okay. So we have that. Let's go to the second level. And that is a 2-inch vent down. And we have our, we can connect all of these. But like I said, you can, I usually leave them for, depends, it depends on how you work, depends on a lot of things. But I like to keep them maybe for a day, half a day. So I don't like to connect. You can connect whenever, but from my experience, something is going to change, and you're going to have to break your fittings and start over again. So I try not to connect them too early. And just like in the last uh, a few minutes ago, where we had to connect to change all of these, right, all at once. So it's just a matter of uh, moving these around, and you can come in and move these right up or down. But just to be careful, because if that wasn't if they were connected, I could choose that, right, and all of it because it's connected will move up or down. But I think in the long run, it's better to not connect so soon. Okay, so that, and then let's do this. Let's do one from here. We can connect that, and that's this T sanitary, but it shouldn't be T sanitary. It should be just a regular T. Say welded, but it don't matter unless you're doing some high level stuff. But yeah, I think that that's going to be the vent system. Okay. And we can come back. Our vent system here. We come back and let's just take a look at, we can print that out. Okay. Visible portion. We can go set it up and make the colors. We want that color to be black. I like to go in session with this and have a reference, which will be our uh, section view range. Let's go and then we can say okay to this. And I do not want, and let's just look at a preview of how it would. I did turn the color off, right? I did turn the color off. That did say black and white, didn't it? Right? Said black and white. I'm glad it still said color. Okay. So that's that in session. That's okay. That's okay. Say no. And visible portion, preview. And that's how it would look printed. Of course, it's probably going to be some more information on here, but that's how you want your views to look when you get ready to plot. And you can, there's videos of these thickness of these lines, and they can be controlled, and your line types can be controlled, how they look, all of this. But this is more or less how AutoCAD looks, right? When you print it. But you want, this is the only part of Revit that is you want similar to AutoCAD, okay? Because we're so used to how AutoCAD looks, which is, I don't think anything's wrong with that. But that's one of the reasons why you want to check your prints before you send it out. I don't know, your office space, what pen size you want, but basically that's how this particular vent system is going to be dealt with. Okay. I think that I'm going to stop here, guys. Okay. So I hope that helped, and I will talk to you guys later.